Alright, what up guys? Cody with Catawba Attachments. I'm out here today. Actually was working, looked over, realized Kevin got the skid steer. He's got the 60-inch grapple on it, and our 60-inch Rake grapple, which we often get asked if that is big enough or strong enough for your high horsepower tractors. Well, we're using it on a 75 horsepower track machine. So I'm gonna show you some footage and show you what this thing can do. It's pretty awesome. So like typically, I would put a 66 or maybe even the extreme on our skid steer, but we have a 60 that we use on our tractor already. We don't want to mess up another grapple and take one out of our stock to put on the skid steer, so our 60 is what gets used. And the nice thing about it is it's light enough for our 47 horsepower, 4701 Kubota, but it is still strong enough to hold up to the 75 horsepower track machine. The thing's built like a tank. Is it what I'm gonna recommend for your skid steer? No, but if you have a skid steer sitting around and you wanna use your grapple on it, you're not gonna hurt it. You see he's got the cab closed because not gonna get dirty doing the work. So yeah, he's actually come along here and you can see where all this has been ripped out. So all this was trees. He's ripped all this out with a combination of our stump bucket and the grapple to grab it and pile it up. And pretty much has cleared this whole kind of ditch along the roadway here where it used to be just an overgrown mess. You can actually see our shop there in the distance. We don't just build it, we actually use it. And to me, that's a big thing that you don't see a lot of nowadays. There's a lot of companies that build stuff, really don't test it. They're just building mass quantities to get it out there and, may not stand behind it. One thing that we really take pride in is standing behind our stuff. So if you mess it up, which I'd be amazed if somebody did on our grapples and our other stuff, we take pride in standing behind what we build. So the cool thing, well, two things. I like the Rake grapple on the tractor. On a skid steer, I like it, but I understand why a lot of people like your dual lid style long bottom grapple. You can see here where it's digging up. No, but back to what I was saying, that dual lid grapple on a skid steer is nice because you're tucked in so close to the machine, where the Rake grapple, you just feel like you're on top of it. And if you have like a smaller, I don't know, you have a 65 horse machine, skid steer, you're gonna save your weight with the grapple too. A lot of your skid steer grapples weigh 1,000 plus pounds. So there's no need for that in this situation. Some action of this coming in on the brush. So what's what I was saying about the Rake grapple though? So we've got an extreme that we build for your 100 horsepower machines. We could get away with it on our 75, but we're also coming out with our dual lid. It's basically a extreme duty dual lid root grapple for our skid steers. So it's going to be all 1/2 inch hardox. It's using, you see where he's bag dragging with it there, using 4x4 1/4 inch square tubing. I think the thing comes in weighing around 900 pounds. We're actually working on it currently. And once it hits the market, I think it's gonna be a beast. It's gonna be one of the lightest and strongest root grapples out there. There's your back drag action. Clears it right out. I mean, you saw the underbrush. You'll get a good view of it right here. And keep in mind, Kevin's pretty rough on stuff. He actually broke our you know, maybe I shouldn't say this, I might get in trouble, but they actually broke our stump bucket, our newly designed heavy-duty stump bucket yesterday. And you know, we're not afraid to say that. Hey guys, we test stuff to actually see where the breaking point is, and we found it on our stump bucket where the cutting edge. Hold on a second. All right, check this out. Here's pushing. So we found it on the stump bucket where the cutting edge comes up to the sides. Ended up being a weak point. And now that we know about it, that weak point will be fixed, and those guys will be ready to be shipped to you and put on your machine. But that's the whole point of why we're over here doing this. You know, if I'm gonna break something, we want it to break here before it ever goes out to y'all. The point of this equipment is not to be something that you're gonna get and have to fix 10 days later. You're gonna get it and you're gonna use it for as long as you have it, and you're not gonna hurt it. So that's one thing that we want you guys to realize, you know, what you're buying when you get Catawba Attachments. We're trying to build a brand, of course, and a name that's associated with strong, reliable equipment, but you're getting something that you can trust. You know, it's coming from a family business. Myself, which will be the second generation owner of this company, hopefully, you know, one day have kids and pass it down, but it's coming from somebody that cares about what we do. We really enjoy, take my glasses off so you see the eyes. We really enjoy doing this on a daily basis. Getting designs for customers and getting good word, you know, from customers that have been ecstatic with the way we've handled things and how we do our customer service. That means a lot to us. You know, this company was built by my father by word of mouth. We're a fabrication business that has branched out into doing the attachments, and now attachments has become a huge part of our daily lives here. And we kind of eat and breathe this stuff. So, you know, in the evenings, I'm looking through emails, I'm trying to answer questions when you guys email. We're trying to make sure we ship our stuff quick, fast. We don't want you waiting on it. You know, it's part of our lives. And thankfully, God has blessed us and given us this opportunity, and we want to make sure that, you know, we carry that forward and just be the best business we can for you guys. You know, I get told a lot, you know, you guys do have amazing customer service. Well, thank you, and we do appreciate that, but that's how we would want a business to treat us, and we're gonna make sure we treat our customers that way. So, just a quick note, you know, I hope you guys can feel like family when you buy from us. I hope you guys want to buy more from us because we really do love what we do, and we want to keep producing some awesome equipment. I'm really excited about this next year. We've got a lot of stuff that's in the works. We're starting to branch into more skid steer stuff. We'll probably branch into some mini skid steer stuff, more tractor items. You know, doing what we can to make sure we really, you know, keep you guys happy and adhere to our customer base. All right, enough of me. Let's get back to what you guys want to actually see, which is the Grapple in action. And just, once again, this right here is all with back dragging. So all that is from putting the lid out. I swear if he gets stuck, I'm gonna be pulling him out. The tractor. One thing to keep in mind on the 60-inch Grapple is if you're putting it on a skid steer, your arms are much closer than they are on a tractor. So depending on the skid steer, when that lid comes back, it could potentially hit the arms of the machine. So this is a 75-2. We don't have an issue with it. I've had a customer before that's had a Takeuchi, if I'm saying that right. If I'm not, butcher me in the comments, please. Had that style, or that brand skid steer, and the 60 did not work on it. It rubbed the arms, so we had to go to the 66. Something to be aware of. Like I said, most of the time, this one is being used on a tractor, and typically your 66 should be on the skid steer, but you don't have to go up to the extreme if you want to have one that works on your tractor and also works on your skid steer. And that's a rare occurrence considering this grapple only weighs 400 pounds. A lot of your skid steer grapples are just so much heavier. But the thing to realize is heavier does not necessarily mean better. Heavier means, all right, we're using thicker steel, but it doesn't mean better. So I'm gonna get a close up of the grapple here real quick. See all the tines, nothing's bent. Sturdy, as it should be. Got some paint wore off, but this thing's unfazed. So check us out, check our YouTube channel out, check our website out, give us a call. We are here to help and answer any questions, and until next time.